Hi there everybody, it's Craig Cobb here, filling in for Nick McDonald for another installment of the weekly market outlook for the ICE commentary, looking at the dollar index. And last week we saw more or less what I was expecting to see if one or two of the options unfolded. Now I did say if we broke the high of this, we could very well see a move back up into these levels and see a roll back over. Now what we saw was a very minor break. We did break up, and then soon after that some good selling came in basically it was one day of really strong selling and then a few days of just sort of slowly but surely grinding lower. Now looking at where we are on the chart right now, we've come down and we're just shy of touching 79. Now we've always talked, if you look at these lines here, we've always talked of these round numbers on the dollar index and how much they do play into the trader's hand. There's so many opportunities around them. If you look here, you've got 81. Look at all the times we've tested through here. You've got 82 again. Test. You get plenty of opportunities around these round numbers. Now we've got a couple of things coming up. First of all, we've got a round number of 79. Secondly, what we've got is we've also got this extremely strong support and resistance level up here. This is the most recent level of of consequence basically for us on this particular market. Test 1, test 2, 3, 4. This will be held last week. We rejected and we've fallen from there. Now because we have seen an extension from these moving averages and we have come down and got very close to the 79 level, and this candle here based on Friday is indecisive to slightly bullish, I'll say. I believe that we'll see a pullback. Believe that we'll see some dollar strength coming back in throughout the week. Now what I'll be looking to do here is I'll be looking to take short-term trades long, if we can get a break above here, short-term trades long up into this 79.66 level, in this old support and resistance level. Okay, once we get up into there, I will be looking for opportunities to get short and rejoin this trend back down. Now let me show you why. Because if we come up to the monthly now, the importance of that level can be seen through here. This is the monthly chart, by the way. We can see all these tests through here. I know they're not exact, but you can see how price has reacted to that level. Excuse me. And importantly through here, and most recently we've reacted to it quite strongly. Now on the month we have broken down through that. We've seen some very weak dollar sentiment coming across the last few months, and we've got a lower high and now a lower low. The monthly is officially in a downtrend and has got plenty of room below to move. The next level based on the monthly is really down around these old lows, which is at 76, which is quite a long way. Coming and looking here at the weekly, you can see we do have quite a nice established downtrend. Now we are a bit extended and we could see a pullback into these averages, but it may not be this week, I believe. I think this level right here, if I can find shorting opportunities around there, I will be taking that, and that is why, based on these charts, I believe we'll see a pullback up into the 79 level, and I'll be looking for shorting opportunities around that. Now what I'd like to do is have a look at some of the major FX pairs I should say, and just check that they are also confirming. And I believe we get a bit of a mixed message. When we look at euro dollar, we can see here on the monthly, same sort of thing as what we see in the dollar index. The resumption of a new uptrend has begun. We have a higher high and a higher low. That's looking very bullish, which does support a weak dollar theory. On the weekly, you can see here we've broken up through the next level and we are looking very bullish and very strong on euro dollar. On the daily, the same thing is said. We are due for a pullback, and the same sort of thing would be the dollar index gaining some strength at the early part of the week, getting us into this average area and possibly giving us opportunities for moves higher, which would certainly support that dollar weakness continuing, but dollar weakness continuing long term, but short term a little bit of dollar strength. Coming and having a look at GBP USD. It's not supporting this as much. If we look at the weekly, we've got some very strong resistance coming up. We have not tested that level yet. We saw not much happen last week. We pushed higher and ended up closing just slightly down. Doesn't play in as much to that dollar weakness long term. We are in an uptrend, but it's just not, we've sort of stalled for a little while, and you can see that here on the daily. There is certainly dollar weakness on this chart. As you can see, we have seen sterling move quite nicely against the dollar, but just last week it sort of slowed down and we are a little bit range bound, so nowhere near as evident as we saw on euro dollar. Coming and having a look at the last one that really stacks up in the dollar index is dollar yen. Now, if we look at the daily, it's probably the best one to have a look at because the others aren't giving us too much information. You can see this dollar weakness coming in. You can see that we do have a downtrend. We did pull back in. We are moving away, but we see some bullish dollar sentiment just here on Friday's candle. So that also adds to that dollar strength for the early part of the week, quite possibly. So again, what that means for me as a trader for opportunities this week, I believe we'll see the dollar index move back up, have a little bit of strength at the early stages of the week. I will be looking for shorting opportunities off of this level to continue on with the trend lower. If I am incorrect, if we see the price break down through 79, then looking for price to pull back, retest 79 for opportunities to get short. That's what I believe is going to happen this week. That's where my analysis is showing me based on the technical basis of the charts, and I hope it helps you all out throughout the week. I'll speak to you all someday very soon. Bye for now.